I want to go through today who is Devon Brown, who is one of the greatest speakers, one of the greatest public speakers of our time, someone who's entertaining, someone who is very knowledgeable, and someone who also is an incredible marketer and business person, and also a great affiliate marketer as well. He has a product on ClickBank that is absolutely blowing up. It has done humongous numbers on ClickBank, and he's also someone who you're going to see across ClickFunnels stages and many other stages across the world, speaking, being an MC, and being someone who's just very glowing in how he presents himself and how he is in the world. And I think it's a good thing because he's not afraid to be himself. And you're going to find, as I will go through this video, who he is, why you should follow him, and why I believe he's someone to stay on the lookout for. Because, again, across being in the industry for 10 years, since I was 13 years old, something I've always done is made sure to follow and keep in close contact with people who are of quality, an ethical standpoint, and also people who truly are good at what they do. And if you want someone who's a speaker, again, you've heard of tons and tons, or are connected to, most likely, many different speakers and many different people who are very professional and who are very static. And that's not what you're going to find with Devon. Devon is a one-of-a-kind personality, and that's what you get when you have him as a speaker. When you talk with him, when you see who he is, you can tell he's one of a kind, because from how he presents, he's been at Funnel Hacking Live, he's done a Tony Robbins event, he's done many different events, many different places he's spoken at, of very high standing, and with very large, up to 9-figure companies. You're going to find out that he is one of a kind. Two, he's one of the more entertaining speakers that you're going to learn and watch from. And I think it's just his personality. He's an entertaining, cool dude. I actually met Devon. We had a brief conversation at an event in, I believe it was Florida. No, sorry, it was Atlanta, Georgia. The event was with a company called List Leverage. And he didn't speak at the event, from my memory, but we had a conversation. I think he was friends with the owners of the companies. We are one of their, and still are, one of their top affiliates across the globe. Gotta give kudos for myself a little bit. And we do an amazing job being an affiliate for them. And I saw him there. I'm like, wait a second, you're the guy who spoke at ClickFunnels events. And I've seen you in different places, speaking in different places. So I had a short chat with him. He may not even remember, because it was I think 2-3 years ago now. But it was a great chat, and he just seemed like a very warm, great, nice, kind guy, who's very upfront, who's very honest, who's very himself. And that's why I like, because in my own business, and again, when you're looking to follow people, when you're looking to learn from others, and this is why I'm doing this Who Is series, because there are so many people online, there are so many companies, so many influencers, so many speakers, and different kinds of personalities that are grabbing for your attention, that you're watching, that you're seeing, that you're glancing at, that maybe you're a dedicated follower of. And the majority of the people and businesses and companies you're following, one, unfortunately, they don't have your best interest in mind. Two, they're not that good, as in the quality of training, education, what they teach and show you, or how they entertain you isn't that good either. And they're just not that great. And that's why I want to go through people like Devon, people like Joe Terry, people like Frank Kern, people like a Nick Singal, and so many other people, including myself. I consider myself very ethical. But I want to go through these people and give you more details about them. Because, again, I truly believe that the more closely you follow quality people, Sam Ovens, Alex Becker, you follow these really good quality people, and you connect yourselves to them, just like these people do, and I do myself. The more you do that, the more likely you are to succeed, the more likely you are to thrive, because you're being influenced by great quality ethical leaders, versus, again, the majority of people out there who are leaders, who are influencers. Some of them are okay. Gary Vee is one I genuinely like. There's a few select others that I specifically like, who I think are great, who truly help people. But there's a ton that aren't. So again, my whole job of going through Devon and his incredible speaking and what he does in business too. He launched an incredible affiliate product, and it did astounding. Again, it did some really good numbers on ClickBank, and he's also a good affiliate of theirs. But also mainly he's good at getting his message across, which is why he's so good at speaking. So I'm highlighting him. I'm highlighting all these different people because, again, you need to connect yourself. And this sounds like a broken record. I'm going over and over again, and there's a reason for it because it's important. And I think we don't go over stuff enough. We don't go over how great some people are. We don't go over what they can actually do and why they're so talented and what that means, because we forget. We take it for granted. And I think people like Devon, myself, and many others who are good leaders in the industry are taken for granted because people don't really understand or know what it takes to get to a certain level, unless they've done it themselves in work and time and money and energy and investments. So, one, if you're on YouTube, if you're on anything, Facebook, anywhere, you should connect with Devon. You should follow him. You should subscribe to anything he has and learn more about him. Learn more about what he has to offer you, and watch some of his public speaking he's done at some of these events like ClickFunnels and other places, because he's someone, again, who's great, who's ethical, who is outspoken and presents himself very uniquely. That's something I try to do myself, so I resonate with him because he seems to be really himself. And I believe his saying is, he has a new saying that's kind of, his branding is, make things sexy again, or bring sexy back. I forgot what the saying is. It's going to pop up in my head. But yeah, he has some branding, some really cool branding that's different. I think it is put sexy on it. Put some sexy on it. So he has his own brand. He's building his own imagery. And I really appreciate people who are doing that, who are doing it uniquely, people who are doing it ethically, which is the most important part. So I just want to go through, tell you about Devon Brown, tell you about what he does, who he is, and just really give you more of a solid understanding of why you should follow people like him in the first place. So thanks for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you in another video very soon.